Hello and welcome back all to a creative file. This creative file is a haul and catch-up video to get you guys up to speed to where I am regarding my YouTube channel. So in this video, hauls will include things I bought from the BTS pop-up shop in Melbourne and also a shop called MEEQ, and also my Stray Kids Rockstar limited version unboxing. So I will also be giving you guys a tour of my new studio, so stay tuned to the end. So first thing I got at the BTS pop-up shop is a very simple grey sweater. It has simple blue line flower drawings. I believe this is a nod towards the Love era. I really like this design because it was very much like, if you knew like what it was referencing, then you knew, but otherwise it wasn't like bam BTS in your face. The only thing I have a complaint about is that it was $120, which is quite a lot, and I think you'll see a theme where a lot of these things are quite pricey. So the next thing I got were these postcards. There is a set of 6, and I initially thought that these postcards were going to be full-on rectangles, like the back one that you see there, but they are different shapes, which I like. The only thing is that I do wish that they were bigger. So I do wish that they were sort of the size of the big one, which is around A5, just with the same designs and same shapes. It was $20 for the set. And the 6 postcards that they reference to is the shaped ones, and then I guess you sort of get the back one for free, but I'd still feel like it needed to be larger. So next thing I'm showing is the lanyard. I believe this is free with all purchases, but one thing I really like is that the end is detachable. So next thing I got were these photo cards. They came with one for each member and also a group photo card. They are a bit bigger than the regular photo card size, which is nice. The only thing is that I do wish that the photos for the individual members were consistent. So some of them had blank backgrounds, but some were taken from the group photo, so they had other members in the background. Next thing I got were a set of 2 pins. This is for permission to dance. One of them is like the army bomb, and then the other one I believe says army with the army logo next to it. And these are really beautiful enamel pins, and I believe that all of the enamel pins looked fine in the packaging, so there weren't any defective enamel pins on sale. So like the lanyard, there were other free things you could get with your purchase. However, the other things such as the keyring, the cap and tote bag, you could only choose one per purchase. So the next store that my friend and I went to after the pop-up shop was a store called MEEQ. They have a store in Emporium and a store in Chadstone, and there I got an enamel pin and a set of earrings as well as a Harry Potter themed enamel pin. I would say that they have a lot of cute things and their prices are not too bad. They're definitely not the cheapest, but they are definitely not the most expensive. So yeah, if you want to go check them out, it's called MEEQ. So on top of enamel pins and earrings, they also sell a lot of plushies, mugs and candles. So it's a really worthwhile place to go check out. I actually bought 2 mugs from them before, and they are also so cute. The other thing is that I can see that a lot of their things have great quality to them. So here are just some overall shots to everything I got. As you can see, the jumper is quite simple, and the postcards have a bunch of different designs to them, and you do get 2 of one design. However, the backs are still blank and have the same symbols. This is the free lanyard and keychain and the enamel pins. And this is the set of photo cards I got. As you can see, only Jungkook and V have completely blank backgrounds, so I'm not sure if you get 8 photo cards out of different versions of the photo cards, but I do wish that the backgrounds were all the same. And here are the things I got from MEEQ, so the earrings and 2 enamel pins. So next up is the Stray Kids Rockstar limited version unboxing. This time around I bought this album from 9621 in the city. Their store is kind of hard to find, but I found it anyways. And I found them a lot better to do a pre-order with, because they actually have a website where you can actually pay through a regular shop system. There is another store in the city called Happy K-Town or K Happy Town, but they only accept their pre-order payments through bank transfer, which I do not really like. So yeah, it came shrink wrapped, and the limited version just comes with a few extra things. So the things that come with the regular version as well as the limited version is firstly this panorama poster. I thought it was going to be a bit bigger, but that's the size. And then also a sticker sheet, like always with Stray Kids albums. The actual CD, it comes in a sleeve, and then the CD is just a simple black CD with the logo and the album name, and 2 photo cards. So this first photo card is a unit photo card of Bangchan and Changbin, and my second photo card with the hand is Han. So with the limited version, you get 4 extra Polaroid photo cards, and they come nicely packaged in this little sleeve. On the back as well, they have like little quotes or written things. I believe the members wrote these themselves. So the 4 members that I got is Bangchan and Changbin again, Ino, and Hyunjin. I did forget to film Hyunjin up close though, so I apologize for that. So the last thing that comes with the limited version is this clear film poster. It has all 8 members in their unit groups on them, and it obviously looks the best under a white background. You also get a single member sort of A5 size poster, and this one I got Felix. And then everyone gets the big folded up poster, which has 4 pictures of them in a group and a bunch of their signatures and messages around them. So here is just a close-up of the big poster. As you can see, they are all in different positions and different outfits, and I really love the background of this poster. It's just somewhat chaotic but harmonious. And here is an overview shot of everything else. As you can see, I have put the photo cards into protective sleeves. I believe I will be decorating these sooner or later. So this is just going to be a tour of my new study. So starting at the front door, I've got some bags on the door hooks. These are just like quick go shopping bags, tote bags and whatnot, just so then I can quickly grab them and go. That way I do not miss anything, or if I need a bag, I got one here. Turning around to this side, we have the aircon up there, but basically this desk is a spare desk. It's not my main working desk, and what I'm essentially thinking for this desk is it's going to be like a music leisure desk and also bag prep desk. So I've got a music system here. The wiring looks horrendous, but there's like AM and FM and like all that, so I need to figure out a proper way to set it up neatly. Then here I've got my K-pop albums, so FML, Rockstar, No Easy, 5 Star and Proof. And basically as my collection grows, I'm thinking just adding them here. I initially wanted this room to be completely design based and then all my K-pop stuff in my bedroom, but then because all the albums I have are K-pop, I figured it might be good to have the albums and CDs here, but then have all the posters and all that on display in my bedroom. So yeah. Then right here we have my most used handbag at the moment. The idea is that like this sort of corner is like bag prep area, so if I have work the next day, I put like my water bottle, like my snacks that I'm gonna take and all that there, and then I can quickly just come out, grab and go. The flow of it at the moment doesn't seem too right to me, so I might make it so then it's albums, music player, then bag, just so then it flows correctly, because then the music player and albums will be next to the lazy chair. Yeah. Down there I got my backpack at the moment. I'm not using it at the moment as much because I don't have any classes. And over there I've got an air purifier that I will turn on when I feel like it. So big lazy armchair, very comfortable. And above it is a pin board. Basically I put all my enamel pins here and a bunch of like keychains and stuff. Just for safekeeping. Then here is my storage shelf. So basically at the top we have like collaging and a few random materials. It looks like a mess, but I know where everything is. Over here we've got some collaging paper, canvases, and other things like that. And over here we've got a spare box, spare frame, embossing kit, and my wax seal kit. Then on this shelf, I've got some diorama model making materials here. Basically, it's just like trash that I feel like I can turn into something. Then I've got my wooden drawers here. I need to change the front of these because these are not accurate at the moment. But I basically have a bunch of other supplies here that I don't use as often. Then here I've got beads, calligraphy set for Chinese, playing cards that I have a plan for, and basically markers and pens and my letters itself, which I have not been doing, so I need to catch up on that. Then on this shelf, I've got a box for tech stuff. I need to put this in my car as a safety hammer. And basically some other supplies like my Switch games are also there, hard drive, CDs that were left behind by my sister. Just a couple things back there, fairy lights I need to put up, 3-doodler and an old airbrush. So then onto this shelf, these two boxes, one of them has more tech in it and then the other has like pieces of fabric that I need to use. So yeah, I probably should label those boxes. Over here, we basically have a stack of spare photos. Those photos actually are meant to go into my room because I haven't put up the like command hooks and string for me to peg up photos, so I got to do that soon. But basically here I've got some spare binders, spare pencil cases, and spare books because I don't like throwing away things I haven't used yet. Yeah. Then onto the next shelf down. This is like a little mini library. I honestly was thinking that I was kind of hoping that this shelf and maybe a third shelf would also be a library shelf. But I found that with this bookcase shelf unit, this particular shelf is fixed. So yeah, and this is set to like, if I move this shelf down lower, I won't be able to fit more books on the shelf below. And so I have to keep it at that height, which means this shelf can't handle A4 books vertically. So yeah, I mean, like at this point in time, I don't have enough books to cover 3 shelves, but maybe in the future I will, and by then I'll have to think of a different solution. But yeah, basically my little library is filled with like design sort of base books, so things about portfolio design, professional practice, architecture. I've also got a couple handbooks on Revit and AutoCAD, and also just like a couple books on like camera operations and manga and all that. Then I've got my microphone there. I didn't want it on my desk because it'd be too cluttered, and you'll see why later. And I also have my camera battery charger right there. Then over here, I've got a little like personal archive, I guess. So these are these two are my old bullet journals, and then these two are old journals that I can keep and reference to. Then these binders over here are just filled with personal documents and like notes from my classes. Then down here I have my tripod down there, and my Ring Fit and Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controller, and my Huion tablet, and I've also just got a massive bag of yarn that I need to use. So this is my main working desk, or my desk in general. I've tried to make it as spacious as possible in terms of desk layout. It just ends up being very cluttered, but I think I got a good layout at this point in time. So I'll start from the right. Here we've got iPad, Switch, monitor, laptop, and keyboard. I only plug my keyboard and my mouse in when my laptop's on, so then I don't like waste battery or anything like that. And behind my Switch I've got my laptop charger, and basically I know the cables look horrible, but I don't have a way of hiding them properly, especially because my laptop charger needs to be easily accessible, since I use my laptop for school as well, and so sometimes it's just a grab and go sort of situation. I also have a spare HDMI right there. So it looks horrible, but honestly, once you remove the laptop charger, because this clump here is my laptop charger, and behind it I have like the extra cables tied up, and the only thing you see now is the HDMI cable. So once the laptop charger is gone, it looks fine, but I just can't think of another way around it. But then coming down here, we've got an extension board. So it goes monitor, Switch, laptop charger, iPad charger. Down there, and then I've got just a box there with some A3 things that didn't fit on the shelf, and also my overhead tripod, folios, drawing board, and tracing paper. So then coming next to my laptop, under trays here I've got like washi tape in here, and then my like sticky notes and index cards to the sides. But over here, so what we have is like my pegboard and stationery section, I guess. So in these two trays I've got pens on the top and pencils on the bottom. Then here I've got fine liners and highlighters, cutting utensils and rulers, and then a little trinket just keep me company. I've got a bunch of rubber bands there, and a bunch of like just random craft pieces. I honestly shouldn't have put these there, but I want to use them. I'll probably have to find a spot for them in the shelf, and then some pegs back there, which I will also need to find another spot for. Over here I've got some spare books and stuff, and the command hooks. These are going to go up on the wall, and what I do is I string twine between them, and then I can peg up photos on them. So I plan on doing that on this wall and possibly this wall, but I'm also thinking, like, would it be worth it for me to get a whiteboard? So that's another thing I need to consider as well. On this one, more books, rulers, what are these called? Set squares, and just like a index card holder thing there. In this tray, I've got more highlighters, glue tape, erasers, super glue, basically stationery that didn't fit in anywhere else. Down here, tissue box, pencil sharpener, fidget cube because I just need a spot for it, hole punch. I got my opened erasers here. This is my pencil case that I use for school. I need to sort of reset it, or basically ensure that I have everything in there that I need for next year, but next year doesn't start till a couple more months, so yeah. And then this pile here is just like things I need sort of accessible at the moment, but it's soon turned into like my pile of studies to do and like other things. So I'm hoping to keep it this clean, but knowing me, I'm probably gonna mess it up somehow, because the idea is like I can have working space here and then move things over to this space if I need more space here, and so on. So moving to the left from my desk, this is my lamp that I have, and the reason why those two up there have plastic bags over them is because inside there's tin foil and basically they're daylight bulbs, so when I turn them on, they sort of act as like light stands for filming. So then next to my lamps, I have my 3-tier trolley. So on the top here, I have just a planner that I don't really use, so I'm just trying to find ways to use it. So I keep it out front so then I can see it and I can remind myself, hey, you have this thing. In this one, I have like my art papers. So I got like Arches, Expressit paper for Copic, Canon, my sketchbook, tracing paper, more Arches and more Canon, and then this is just like a random thing I keep on adding on to. So this is just going to be like my note-taking sort of section, or school archive sort of section, but I might turn these books into journals, especially because I use these now to take notes. So we'll see what happens to that. But like I said, these I've been using to take notes, mainly these two. They come with like the dividers and also spare pages, so they're easy to bring around. You're not bringing around a giant like A4 book. One of my design teachers kept on saying this year that A5 is the new A4, and honestly it is, because it's so much smaller, but you can get like it's still good to note things down. But yeah, and then this one is just like a spare one, which I am thinking it's either gonna turn into like a notebook, a sketchbook, or a journal. Then over onto this side, I've got pencils, so watercolor pencils and then regular pencils. I've got my jar there with my whiteboard markers that I bought for school, so that's why I'm thinking it might be worth for me getting a whiteboard in here. And then I've got some knitting needles because I don't know where to put them. And then I've just got some random stuff back there, but things that I do sort of use. So that is the first tray, or first shelf, I guess. Onto the second shelf. Here I basically got some paintbrushes, palettes, more paintbrushes, and acrylic and watercolors down here, and hot glue gun, towels, water, like water to activate paint, glue, and tape. And then on this shelf down here, got more supplies, so more brushes, oil pastels. I want to get back into those, so we'll see where that goes. Palettes, more paint, gesso, varnish, glue, palette knives, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, but this is basically that that shelf unit. So this room used to be my sister's room, and then she moved out. There are a couple of her things still here, but I also have a box of modeling supplies in the closet right now. I just didn't film that. But yeah, I really am thinking about getting a whiteboard to put some in here. But I also just need to think about how I want to decorate it in general, because I want to keep this a design-based room and have my bedroom as my K-pop room. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Click on the left for the last video, click on the right for whatever YouTube recommends to you, and I hope to see you guys the next time. Bye!